Hello, good evening, and welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel. We are here for some absolute banging racing, ladies and gentlemen. That's what Thingamajig's Racing Channel is all about. On Gran Turismo 7, the game. And we follow various leagues and what their shenanigans are whilst league racing. A little pro sim racing, esports, if you may. So if you're a fan of racing and a fan of computer games, you're kind of in the right place, but you have to deal with me, which I am. I'll be the first to tell you, my voice grates and I am annoying, but we try our best to bring you the action. We are here with the Ultimate Racing League, ladies and gentlemen, the Academy Roadsters. Yes, this crazy kooky lot are taking the little Mazda MX-5 out for a spin on sports soft tyres. 2 races around, ladies and gentlemen, and I believe it's a reverse grid for the second race. And that is it. It's just pure racing, this one. No strategy, no tactics, nothing to concern themselves about except for concentrating on the road, the corners, and the guy ahead. And that is the only thing, and trying to keep this little Mazda on the road, because it is quite frisky, ladies and gents, especially under braking. Right then, we've followed 3 rounds already, and in consistency of those 3 rounds, we've got no table. It's just a race. It's just a race. Just enjoy it for what it is. It's a championship, but it's a surprise championship. We'll find out at the end who wins, who loses, and who goes home all teary-eyed. We don't know. Right then. They have qualified, though, ladies and gents, and we will check out that grid before we start race 1. We are at Road Atlanta, which is a tricky goddamn track as it is, in a tricky goddamn car. So if you put those two together in a bowl, stir it all up and put it on the stove for a minute, for 20 odd minutes, how long this race is, I think you're going to get a very interesting plate indeed. So without further delay, shall we take a look at the grid and then get ourselves all raced up? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that's what we should do. Right then, after qualifying then, pole position is Captain Keyboard. I'm sure he made his debut here this season, last round, and Captain Keyboard doing the impossible in his second round with the guys, smashing it and putting it on the front row. Absolutely super stuff there from Captain Keyboard. All of us, we salute you, Captain. El Capitino. In second place then, it's Racing Sim, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at that. She drips sex, ladies and gents. You can see a little puddle forming below the Mazda on how sexy that livery is. So that's the Racing Sim returned from the Shadow Realm, ladies and gentlemen. Racing Sim is back to make his mark in the Academy. In third place then, ladies and gentlemen, it's Footy! Yes! Footy that started on this channel as Foofy, because I can't read, and but ever since he's become Footy, they have done a tremendous job. Not quite getting that win. I'm not sure. They may have got a win. I may have missed it, but man alive, they are always fighting for it. They are there on the raggedy edge each week, in and out, trying to smash the top of the leaderboards. And Footy at the moment, third on the grid. That's got to be one of his best, or their best opportunities to get on that top step. But we will keep an eye out, ladies and gents, on how they get. Did you hear that? Is that loud enough for you guys to hear? My stomach just went in agreement. Fourth, it's Ghost Pepper, ladies and gentlemen. Ghost Pepper adorns us with his presence and slaps it on fourth. That's good going. That is fantastic going for Ghost Pepper. I mean, it's like a revolving door here. There's people popping in, popping out. It's like a doctor's surgery. In 5th place, it's the Taff, ladies and gents. Never count out, I am assuming, a Welshman. And a boy from the valley they're tricky. The most friendliest human beings you would ever meet is a Welsh person. But do not cross them, because they are savage as well as sweet. Sweet and savage are the Welsh, ladies and gentlemen. That's even if he is. He might just be, his name might be Taffington. And he's shortened it to Taff. But on a whole, Taffs are renownedly known to be Welsh. I love the Welsh. They're amazing. So, the accent's so cool. Work with someone from Barry. A Greek person from Barry, no less. It's fantastic. So, yes, that's Taff. Sorry. In 6th place, then, ladies and gentlemen, it is Johnny. And Johnny, again, we know he has the ability to touch the top, but he's been tickling around in the undercarriage of the season so far, playing around in the mid-pack, waiting to blossom, some would say, into the Mazdas. And that's Johnny then, and he is sitting in 6th place. And here's a surprise for everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Let's shuffle down to 7th. It's Nando Loris, ladies and gentlemen. Nando, I think, has, it's a lovely little livery. Probably too much paint, and that's why he's down here in 7th spot. But Nando Loris, who I'm sure has been on pole position for the last few rounds, absolutely dominated race 1 last time out, is finding himself down in 7th place. That is going to make for an interesting race, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be interesting to see where our boy Nando ends up. But Nando Loris, at the moment, staring at the rear derriere of Johnny and 5 other cars that he must get past to try and get that big imaginary trophy. 8th place then, ladies and gents, is Ginger. And Ginger needs no introduction whatsoever. He's a man of style, class and panache. And drives like a demon. So Ginger in 8th, and the man at the back behind all of this, and behind the pack as well, it seems, but behind the whole academy, it's got the URL name, but it's Hoppers that puts in the work, ladies and gentlemen, and Hoppers who runs the whole academy end of this league. So Hoppers in 9th place. And that's it. I don't know where Froxy Dev is. I miss him already. I've got a big hole in my heart with no Froxy Dev. I'm going to miss names now. I shouldn't have gone down this route, because when I was going through and I was thinking of like at least 3. Apex Wolf, and if I've not said your name, it's not that I don't think of you. I think of you every day. But right at this very moment, I'm caught in the headlights and I'm stuck. So sorry. But where are you anyway? You should not be here for me to forget who you are, okay? Right, that's the grid. It's 9, it's fine. That's more than enough to race. So let's get underway as Captain Keyboard leads them towards the line with Racing Sim eyeing him up, keeping an eye on the situation. It's go here for Road Atlanta. I think it's Road Atlanta. Might be Watkins Glen. Did I get it totally wrong? I'll recognise it. As soon as there's a certain corner, I'll say, yeah. I think we are at Road Atlanta. We might be at Watkins Glen, actually. No, that's Watkins Glen. That's the first corner at Watkins Glen. Road Atlanta. I don't even know if they race Road Atlanta. It's an American track, okay? Yeah, that's Watkins, isn't it? Has it got this chicane up here? If it's got a weird chicane up it, no, that's Watkins. Sorry, guys. Yeah, because it's the long straight with the... Look... I rushed, okay? I rushed to get here. I obviously just looked at the track, thought American won, and then, so Captain Keyboard having a bit of a struggle through the chicane, and Racing Sim goes ahead and takes the lead with Footy up into 2nd place, and Captain Keyboard with a penalty is unhappy. unhappy with the situation. He's picked up that penalty, too close to the penalty zone, so he's going to have to carry that one for the race. Ghost Pepper, the lap. Ghost Pepper in 4th with Taff up to 5th now. Nando in 6th. Johnny in 7th. So Johnny slipping behind the Nando as Ginger 8th and the Hops in 9th. But Nando on the move. He's got himself ahead of Johnny, but Johnny's coming back at him, I am sure, as they go down the straight. Nando sticking to the middle of the track, not to give away a toe. A lovely little rear slide as they go through the first corner here at Watkins Glen. And Ghost Pepper, a lot of smoke up ahead from Footy, and Footy picking up a penalty as well as Racing Sim opens up the gappage between himself and second place. And Footy, a lot of wheels, a lot of tyre smoke coming up that hill. And Captain Keyboard also still with the 5 second penalty, 0.5 second penalty, sorry. As now Ghost Pepper, he was under attack from the Taff, but the Taff backed off as they got to the chicane. And Ghost Pepper then still eyeing up Captain Keyboard and Footy, with both of them carrying that penalty. That should promote Ghost Pepper up into at least second, possibly. He's got through Keyboard Captain and Keyboard's Captain. I've been calling him Captain Keyboard. I thought his name was Captain Keyboard. It's not, it's Keyboard's Captain, obviously. And Ghost Pepper then up into second. I'm getting it all wrong today, aren't I, ladies and gentlemen? I'll tell you what, came off night shift. Don't care. Why am I even starting this? Footy then back on the attack, and Ghost Pepper as well. So Keyboard Captain making a mistake there. I honestly thought that was Captain Keyboard. Keyboard Captain. Well, there you go. He's out wide. He's going to get a penny toy for doing that move, I'm sure. And so Keyboard Captain, there you go, 1 second. They hit him hard, ladies and gentlemen. They hit him with a ton of bricks. Racing Sim at the moment making a break for it. Ghost Pepper in a absolute battle for third place, second place, the podium. Keyboard's Captain getting a huge penalty there, and Nando up to 5th with Johnny. So do drop Taff having a situation. Taff having a situation there and slipping back a couple of places behind Ginger and Johnny and Nando, who looks to me like he's already made the move on Keyboard Captain. And Keyboard Captain now paying a huge penalty and finding himself, oh, what a shame, the pole sitter down into 7th place. And it's cruel, ladies and gentlemen. She's a cruel, cruel lady, is the Racing. Racing Sim then at the top of the pile with Ghost Pepper on chase. Footy in 3rd, but Footy's picked himself up a penalty. And Nando from what? 7th on the grid is already up and into 4th in 4 laps. Amazing stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. We are witnessing at the Academy at Watkins Glen. God, I can't believe I made that mistake. That's really annoyed me. I don't even know. I remember looking at the beginning of it, see where we were, and in my head that was Road Atlanta. I reckon somewhere else is at Road Atlanta that I've got coming up. Oh well. That's what you get when you come to Thingamajig Racing Channel. Subpar quality merchandise. We are the Aldi of YouTube here. Aldi's probably better quality than us, actually. That's not fair. So Racing Sim leading the way with Ghost Pepper in 2nd place, Footy in 3rd. Footy now having to pay a penalty and losing position to Nando Loris. Nando Loris may have a new paint job, ladies and gentlemen, but it is not, it held him back in qualifying, but it's not holding him back in the race whatsoever. He is definitely unleashing the beast. Footy, I've nearly called him Foofy again. Footy in 4th place at the moment, losing out on the podium. Taff's picked up a penalty, and my word, they are swapping around down here, because Taff now is ahead of Johnny. He was behind Ginger earlier, so Taff, but he has picked up a small penalty there, and Johnny aiming to get by. Ginger in 7th. It's all still to play for here, even down towards 8th and 9th. Hoppers has lost the pack a little bit, but Hoppers, I believe Hoppers, he's sort of like he gets the lobby open, like literally as he walks in from work. He has to work, and then as soon as he's in, he gets the lobby open. So I don't think the lad gets a lot of chance to get himself prepped and prepared for the racing. He's just happy to be here. Racing Sim then leads the way with Ghost Pepper in second. Nando the fastest man on track at the moment, and Nando looking to close in hard and fast on the Ghost Pepper. Still flicking up the purples, ladies and gentlemen. Footy in fourth. We've got Johnny in fifth now, ahead of the Taff. The Taff slip. Well, we saw the Taff had a penalty, didn't he? And I think that's what the swapping around is doing here for fifth, sixth and seventh. But Ginger looking very much racy there in sixth place against Johnny. Hey, Johnny. So Ginger then lining up Johnny here, ladies and gents, trying to grab that fifth place, the all-in. Oh, you saw that snap. You saw that snap out of place, didn't you? Ginger losing the rear derriere of the Mazda, and oh, he gets a penalty as well. That's the problem. That's the problem. That it can't read between mistakes and cheats, and you get a penalty when you make a mistake, and it's just unfortunate because I think they did sort that out, but it seems to be back now. I remember in GT Sport when I covered another league, they turned the penalties off because it was ridiculous. You'd have a huge off, cost yourself like 5 seconds in the lap trying to get back to the track, and then you drive onto the track and get like a 1 second penalty. It was just weird. So they ended up turning the penalties off. And it's got even weirder lately because I've seen a lot of people offs trying to get back on the track and then get respawned and lose even more places. So yeah, there's something weird going on with Gran Turismo 7 in these last few updates with the penalty system, I'd say. It's they need to refine it. This is 2025. It's not 1998 with the first computer game that ever existed or something. We should have refined this by now. The game should be able to tell betwixt mistake. Like that was a mistake from Racing Sim. You could see he lifted, you can see he tried his best, and he still picks up a penalty for it. So Nando then up to second. He's got himself ahead of Ghost Pepper, and Footy just waiting around as Nando on the move, and we just saw Racing Sim pick up that half a second penalty. This could be a big turning point in the race here, as Nando fears the Pepper. The Pepper is on his six, and Footy getting in close as well, but Footy's picked up a penalty. And again, another race. Well done, Kaz, and your developing team for trying to destroy a race on penalties. Unbelievable stuff. Nando Loris in second, Ghost Pepper in third, and Footy 1 second penalty. I mean, you do the crime, but we see they're not doing the crime. They're making small mistakes. Yes, they're having offs through mistakes, not through cutting corners, and still picking up huge penalties for it. And I don't get that. That's not fun. That's not funny. Keyboard captain there in 8th place. I'll get your name right one day. And that's Hops paying a penalty. So Racing Sim has paid his penalty, and Nando Loris getting extremely close, too close for the comfort of Racing Sim. Ghost Pepper as well, still in the shout. The top three, all with just about a car's length or two betwixt them. And Racing Sim now under a lot of pressure. Nando Loris, you can just see he's got his haunches up and he is ready to leap as he closes in. And Racing Sim trying to stay defensive before they get to the chicane, and keeps Nando at bay. But Nando now going in for the kill up the inside here at Watkins Glen. I know we're at Watkins Glen. It was a joke. That was just a joke at the beginning. Racing Sim under a lot of pressure here from Nando Loris for the win. We are just past 10 minutes of racing, ladies and gentlemen. Nando pulling the trigger of his loaded gun, and it was a miss. It was a miss, ladies and gentlemen, because Racing Sim still maintains the lead. Ghost Pepper, oh, another penalty, another. Oh, that's good for Footy though. Maybe. Footy may have dropped a little too far behind, but no, I don't know. That 1 second might put Footy back into contention for a podium. But Racing Sim at the moment withstanding the pressure and pulling away from Nando. And I know the argument is, I've seen it in another group where they were arguing about, penalties and mistakes. And someone did point out it's the same for everyone. Just don't make the mistakes. It's a tough one, especially when you're in a tricky car. It is tough. So Racing Sim, I get that sentiment that don't make mistakes. It's the same for everyone, and stuff like that. That's all good, and but the penalty system is there to stop cheating, not from like punishing mistakes. That's the point I'm making. The penalty system's broke. So Racing Sim there leads from Nando and Ghost Pepper. But it is the same for everyone. They're all under the same conditions, so it's not like someone's at a disadvantage. It's just us, the viewers, ladies and gentlemen, it ruins it for. So Footy there in fourth with Johnny in fifth, and he's keyboard captain now, up to sixth. Ginger in seventh, Taff in eighth, and penalties galore down here, ladies and gents, and hoppers as well with some penalties. And now Racing Sim under real pressure from Nando. Nando getting a good drive into that corner and giving Racing Sim a lot to think about. Ghost Pepper just there in the periphery, and he's paid that penalty. That 1 second penalty, and Footy was not able to get onto his rear dairy air. We are 12.5 minutes into this racing, and Racing Sim is doing all he can to try and fend off Nando Loris. But Nando Loris is pushing hard to try and put his opinion of who should be in the lead of this race towards Racing Sim. And Racing Sim, is it done? Nando's got a nose up there. He's got half a car's length, and Nando really is pushing his agenda as Racing Sim clings on to around the outside, but it's Nando Loris on the inside, and it's Nando Loris claims the position against Racing Sim. But it's amazing racing, because Racing Sim now coming back at Nando Loris. Side by side dicing, ladies and gentlemen, here at Watkins Glen. And Racing Sim retakes the lead, and Nando Loris, my word, these two are racing hard. Fantastical stuff there as Ghost Pepper closes in as well. He might be the opportunist here. And Nando Loris resetting for another lap of onslaught towards the Racing Sim, and Racing Sim just trying to fend him off in best ways. But I don't know if Racing Sim made a bit of a hash into that corner. Nando Loris getting the run on him, but now Ghost Pepper is in the action. He's joined the chat, ladies and gentlemen. He's been cooking. Footy there in fourth, unable to just quite close up on those leaders as Ghost Pepper has. Johnny on his own in fifth place, keyboards captain, trying to catch him up in sixth. Then we got Ginger in seventh with half a second penalty. Taff in eighth, no penalty, and Hops there in ninth, no penalty as well, so they're doing okay. Oh no, Nando, where did Racing Sim go? My gosh. So Racing Sim, come on, side by side here into the chicane. Oh, he got a big squirrel on. He had to get right out of it during the chicane. What a shame for Racing Sim, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely full pelt all the way, and just a one sideways, a little wiggle from the Mazda has put him down into third. Nando Loris then back into the lead, somewhere he is comfortable and used to being. And Ghost Pepper, though, is really putting it on him. He's really closing in for the action. Ghost Pepper fancies the win here against Nando. Nando trying to bring it on home. We're at 14 minutes, coming into 15 minutes of racing here, and I think they're 25-minute races, so we still might have 10 minutes to go on the clock here. It's not over yet. Nando ahead of Ghost Pepper. Then we've got Racing Sim. Oh, another mistake from Racing Sim, and Footy getting his way through. Racing Sim good for 14 minutes of racing, and after that he doesn't race. I don't know. It's like Cinderella of the sim racing world. Footy then up to third. Great stuff. Ghost Pepper not using the toe of Nando there, and maybe too far back to grab a toe, and Nando really is zero laser focusing in on the track, and without any distractions of racing around him, he can really get to do what he is good at, ladies and gentlemen, and that is winning races. So Nando Loris out there on his own, chasing the win with purples. Ghost Pepper there in second, and he put on an attack for Nando, but Nando's taking it up another notch. Is he going to get a penalty for that? There you go. Half a second penalty then, and that could help Footy move up a slot, ladies and gentlemen. Footy always looking for a better position, and Racing Sim, after losing the lead, he just lost his edge, his Castrol edge, should we say. But he's coming back, he's rebuilding, ladies and gentlemen. Johnny in 5th place, and he's got no fears at the moment. I mean, he can see Racing Sim, which that'll lift his spirits. If Racing Sim's head's gone down, then Johnny, he could get himself a 4th place in this race. Keyboard Captain in 6th, chasing down the Johnny. Ginger in 7th. I think he's been blighted with penalties, as the Taff has indeed as well, and the Hops down in 9th spot. But Nando Loris at the moment showing what he is made of. From 7th on the grid, ladies and gentlemen, he has dug deep, and he has raced hard to find himself back at the top. Ghost Pepper keeping him company all the way, but Footy's picked up a penalty, so Racing Sim, there still could be a chance of a podium in this race just yet. Do not count him out at all. With Footy, half a second penalty, that is quite a hit. Johnny as well, close in on the action. But Footy, half a second penalty there. Going to the podium. What? Yeah, he was up in the podium, wasn't he? Because Racing Sim was having a bit of a mess. Sorry. My brain reset to, like, 10 minutes ago. And I thought, whoa, position change. Johnny then, 5th. Now, Keyboard Captain, 19.2 last time about. Now, Keyboard Captain starting to put in those lap times that got in the pole position. Johnny with a 20.1. Oh, wow, look at the consistency on Johnny. That is you could set your clock by Johnny. Unbelievable stuff there. Very impressive, his lap times. And it looked like then Keyboard was a little bit wide there. Again, Keyboard pushing hard and finding himself going over the edge somewhat. Ginger just paying a penalty, it looked like there. And Taff closing in. So Taff could be the danger here for the Ginger. Ginger, though, 19.2 last time out for him. Great stuff. Taff at 19.7. They're very tight on the lap times. I mean, 18.5 is Nando's fastest, but he's around the 19s to the 19.3s. So the times are very close together. Ghost Pepper, a 19.6 last time out. Footy paying that penalty with a 20.4, and Racing Sim with a 19.6, almost a second faster than Footy that time around. But Racing Sim still just off of the podium after getting, well, he didn't get pole, did he? It was Captain Keyboard Captain, sorry. Johnny then in 5th. Oh, a penalty for the captain, ladies and gentlemen. A big penalty. He's been a very naughty boy. He's not the Messiah, as it turns out. That 1 second isn't going to put Ginger and Taff into the contention of the position, though. And Taff there, slinging his Mazda in the only way he knows. Grabbing hold of it by the neck and throttling it all the way to the checkered flag. Nando Loris then, a cut above, it seems, in this race, ladies and gentlemen. He has absolutely landed a stonking drive. Ghost Pepper in 2nd place ahead of Footy, and Footy looks to me like he is set for a podium. We've passed the 20-minute mark. We've only got 5 more minutes of racing on. Oh, what happened to Racing Sim? Something very peculiar there for Racing Sim. Let's see. After having a harsh one there. Ooh. And it looked like Captain Keyboard may have caught him on his way past. Oh, well, they've not given him a penalty. Oh, they at least recognise that that was a mistake. So I was expecting a penalty to pop up over his head, but there you go. I was wrong. They do. The AI can tell some mistakes from cheats. So Racing Sim then not receiving a penalty. He did get a knock up the butt ski though, because he's got a bit of damage. Oh, Racing Sim, what a shame for his race. It's just gone from worse to worser. And Hopper's there in ninth, getting a penalty. Nando's got a 1 second penalty, but he's done the work, ladies and gentlemen. He's put in the effort early doors, and he's got himself far enough ahead of Ghost Pepper that he can take a 1 second penalty. So Nando flying at the moment into the distance. As Ghost Pepper picking up a penalty now. Is that going to put Footy in a situation where he can get... Oh no, because Footy's picked up a 1 second penalty as well. This is how hard they're racing, ladies and gentlemen. This is just to show you how tough the racing is out there, that they're just putting a wheel over and picking up penalties left, right and centre. It's like Watkins Glen is becoming the new Red Bull Ring. Johnny up to 4th. He's seeing what it feels like, and it feels good. Keyboard captain, I keep putting an S there because I think he's got multiple keyboards. He can't be just the captain of one keyboard. That's no captain at all. You need a fleet. You need to be a captain of at least 3 keyboards, I think. But keyboard captain is in 5th place at the moment, trying to close in after getting a fine pole position here at the beginning of the race. Racing Sim in 6th. His race has got from worse to worse, I'm afraid, and it's a tale of woe and tears that's been told so many times in the Sim Racing Tavern. Ginger, another penalty paid, and Taff getting ever closer, but not quite getting into the zone to race with Ginger. And Hoppers, again, he has been blighted, ladies and gentlemen, with penalties during this race. Nando Loris, though, as we move to the 23rd mark, making his way round for the 18th lap so far. And this is that championship where whoever's leading the race, even though there's no championship table, I think they do create one for the 4th round, because the leader of the championship gets to pick the last round, round 6. So whoever's leading this championship, which I think is probably going to be Nando, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, he's had a lot of wins. So Nando Loris out there, leading the championship. So I think he will be the man who makes the decision on where the final round is. Please be Brazil or Suzuka. Oh, they've done Suzuka. Please be Brazil. Oh, no one chooses Brazil. What is wrong with Brazil? The Ultimate Racing League have just released their big Sunday evening championship, and there's no Interlagos on it. I think it's disgusting if Interlagos is left off of any championship. Chris in the chat saying JSIT as an FYI, just as for your information, the Academy will be moving away from the URL platform after this season. He's done it. Yeah, I heard a rumour, because there's all sorts of things. There's a lot happening in the background, ladies and gentlemen. It's not just what you see here on track racing. Yes. It's split though, isn't it? Isn't some staying with URL, some moving? I don't know. It's an interesting one. I'm just sitting back. I am an independent observer, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just seeing where it goes. They're like travelling Wilburys, this lot, the Academy. It was tyre shredders, then they moved to Ultimate Racing League, and now they're moving on to something other. It's they're doing a tour of leagues at the moment. So Nando now starting his final lap with Ghost Pepper in 2nd, and Footy there in 3rd spot. We've got Johnny in fourth, but keyboard captain, pole sitter of this race, closing in for a bit of a fun race at the end. Nando's crossed the line. Let me go and see that, because, you know, he's done all the hard work. It'd be a shame to miss him crossing the line. So there goes Nando. Another fine win. Another win for the Nando there. There we go. And Ghost Pepper coming in second. Great drive from Ghost Pepper. Very consistent and did the business. Footy, another podium. Well done, Footy. Great stuff. Johnny just maintaining that fourth ahead of pole sitter, keyboard captain, who comes in fifth. Racing Sim, oh, what a shame for Racing Sim in sixth, with Ginger coming home in seventh, ahead of the Taff, and Hopper's already finishing eighth place. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a race. And there we go. There goes Taff. It's crossed the line. My word, that had ups and downs and dramas, didn't it just? So Nando from seventh on the grid absolutely lent into his Schumacher-esque spirit animal and pounded it. Schumacher-esque. He's called Nando Loris. I should have said his Lando is it Lando Norris spirit animal, but Schumacher, what the hell? Nando Loris, even though we all know Schumacher only got his 6 championships because he cheated. Or 7. How many did he win? Cheated all of them. He had traction control when no one else was allowed it. Look up your history, kids. You'll see Schumacher, Michael Schumacher, and people saying one of the greats. But they cheated every championship because Benetton was running illegal traction control that all the other teams complained about, but the FIA were blind to, because apparently having a German champion was very good for business. And then at Ferrari, it was openly that they were cheating with traction control, to the point where they had to allow all the other teams to have traction control, but Ferrari had already been running an illegal traction control for 2 years, 2 seasons, so we're ahead of the game on that one. So, yeah, honest to God, I'd say talent where talent is, but it's not where Michael Schumacher is, because when you look at his comeback and he went to Mercedes, no cheating, he was nowhere. So he doesn't seem to be that good at ice skating either, at skiing. So, sorry for Schumacher fans. I'm not a Schumacher fan, I'm afraid. There goes the hot brew. Oh, that was nice. So, Nando Loris, after my Schumacher rant, took the win. Ghost Pepper in second place. Is that it? All Germans hate me now. Is that it? They're all going to come for me. Footy in third. We're all allowed an opinion. That's why we're all given free thought. Even though in this day it seems like an opinion is a very dangerous thing. Footy then getting that podium. Well done, my friend. Johnny in fourth. Keyboard captain in fifth. Racing Sim in sixth. Ginger in seventh. Taff in eighth. And the Hops in ninth. Great racing then. Shall we do it again? Watkins Glen, or shall we do Road Atlanta? I'm not sure. Why did I say Road Atlanta? That was such a freaky deaky thing. We're going to go back, because I want to see if there's anything that's Road Atlanta around it that made me think, oh, Road Atlanta. Collection. You'll see how deep in the hole I am. Oh, look at all those Williams decals. Wonder what I've been busy doing. So it's none of them. None of them have got. No, there was nothing around them that said Road Atlanta. So I don't know where I got Road Atlanta from. Oh, maybe it's because the VRC was there. Have I done that replay yet? I am so lost with replays. I don't know which ones I've done and which ones I haven't. No, because I've done Bathurst. And they're ready. What are they ready for next? Autopolis? Must be. Autopolis, and then... Wow, I'm so far behind. Oh, Road Atlanta there. Maybe that's what caught my... Anyway, does it matter? Watkins Glen. It's just because sometimes I don't understand my brain. I try and study my own brain and why things happen the way they happen. And that's what I've come up with. Right then, here we go then. Second race of the day, ladies and gentlemen, after Nando absolutely schooled the class of 2025 here at the Academy. No, not that one. See, I am shocked. I had a lot of sleep. I stayed up all Friday to try and turn because I had new internet. How is the new internet doing? It seems to be doing fine, doesn't it? Beautiful. So much cheaper than Virgin. And look at it. Doesn't drop out half as much. What does that say to you about capitalism? Go with the smaller company. They try harder. So, yeah. Yeah, so Friday I stayed up all night. I stayed up and then slept, and I must have slept like, I don't know, about 13 hours. And I have woken up today feeling absolutely groggy as hell. So I don't know if it worked. But I'm up and I'm doing this, making lots of mistakes. Hoppers then, reverse grid, so he is on pole position. Hoppers, no, that's cruel. I was going to say Hoppers has probably had the most pole positions this season, but he hasn't because he's been sort of in the middle of the pack so far. It's only because we've got a lack of showing ups that Hoppers has found himself up in. Down at the back because he's been running around mid pack so far this season. So Hoppers missing his gang of racers. Taff in second place with Ginger starting in third. Racing Sim, let's hope he has a better race this time around, in fourth. Keyboard Captain starting fifth with Johnny in sixth. Then we've got Footy, podium sitter from last race, in seventh. Ghost Pepper in eighth. And Nando Loris in ninth. Oh dear. Oh, it's Big Dan in the chat saying, good afternoon, Thingy. Why? Hello, Big Dan. How are you? You know why he's got a vested interest? Because he won the Max 5s. Did he? Yeah, I think he won the Max 5s in the VRC's league. So he's probably got a little warm spot. A little warm spot in his heart when it comes to the little MX-5s. Right then. 25 minutes of racing, ladies and gentlemen, just about to be underway for your pleasure. And Hoppers leads them away. And it's a go here, ladies and gentlemen, at the Ultimate Racing League. And I don't know for how long, because it sounds like the Academy are packing up and buggering off. Taff then in second place. You can't do that because URL want me to do the Sunday nights, and I've said I can't, I haven't got the space for it. And I've always used but I'm already covering two of your leagues with the Academy and Dakotas. So, you know, if you guys bugger off, that means I'm only covering one of the Ultimate Racing leagues. So Taff putting on the pressure of the hops at the moment. Ginger in the fight as well. Racing Sim looks like he's going to lose a position from Keyboard Captain. If Keyboard Captain nails the chicane... no, though. Racing Sim stays ahead, and oh no, Hoppers has had a huge one. Call the ambulance. So let's have a look here how Hoppers ended up in the wall. Everything looks tidy. I don't think that was anything to do with the Taff coming in there. I think the curb helped Hoppers lose gravity, and the car just gave up altogether, trying to cling onto the road. The car just did what it naturally wants to do, which is spin. And Hopper's just a passenger in that one, I'm afraid. So Ginger out in the lead. Taff picked up himself 1.5 second penalty. Means he's an extremely naughty boy. And Racing Sim is looking to get into the action. Keyboard Captain in fourth place. And Johnny there is in fifth place, right in the thick of it. The gloopy end, some would say. Johnny's found himself in the sticky stuff. And as they make their way through the first corner, Johnny looks like he might have a run on Keyboard Captain, the Captain El Capitino, as he goes for a move, but it's not on. The move was not there. He's going to have to follow him down the straight in the toe and try getting a good drive. Look at them all moving over there. Don't toe off me. You can't tow me. And the toe it doesn't help that much. You're not going to make a move into that chicane, you would think. So the tow round there, I give it to them. Let them have a go. They might have an off. So Ginger out in the lead at the moment. Tough with a very heavy penalty. He's just about to pay it now. And that's going to put him back a few positions, I tell thee. As Ginger out in the lead, Racing Sim up into second place. Keyboard Captain now in third. Johnny up to fourth. Nando up to fifth with Footy in sixth. Ghost Pepper. Wow, that really did hurt Taff. I said he's going to lose a few positions. I didn't want to guess how many, but all of the positions, it seems. And Hoppers then in ninth place. Hoppers doesn't look like he's going full speed, but he is. Yeah, he is. So Ginger out there, and Racing Sim, he's going to try and put the moves on him before Keyboard Captain El Capitino comes in to play. El Capitino there getting a good drive on the Sim at the moment. Racing Sim could be under pressure at the top of the hill, and the El Capitino going for it. El Capitino! Ginger may be in the way here from a hard fight. Ginger clinging on, seeing these titans behind. Racing Sim maintains second place, and Ginger loses the car, has an off, and Racing Sim is out and in the lead. Keyboard Captain in third spot. Then we've got Johnny in fourth with Nando Loris making his way up, and someone has got something against brake markers. It looks like Ginger. He's taking out brake markers, ladies and gentlemen. It's sabotage, I tell thee. I can't stand it. You know I planned it. So Johnny there in third against the Nando. And Nando taking no prisoners here. Big Dan in the chat saying, I did, but only after the big update tipped the handling model in my favour. Thanks, Kaz. 10 is in the post. So the Sim then leads. Keyboard Captain in second. Johnny and Nando haven't decided about third, but Nando says, third's mine. Mine. So that was meant to sound like the seagulls from Finding Nemo, and it sounded like a German dictator talking about all the European countries. Johnny in fourth place with Ghost Pepper in fifth. I've hit the Germans hard today, and just because it sounded like nine. And it was meant to be mine, but you can't do it without it sounding like. It's like when you try and do Jamaican and say, I can't remember what it is you say now. Racing Sim then leads the way with Captain Keyboard. I was trying to think. Nando Flores. That should be a thing. And then Lando Norris, after he's finished with his racing career, he could open like a flower shop and be Lando Norris Florist. I like it. Again, racing at the front. Oh, Keyboard Captain going for a move on the Sim, and the Sim around the outside. But Keyboard Captain, it's going to be tight coming out of the corner. Keyboard Captain El Capitino is going for it against the Racing Sim, but Racing Sim edging it again. Two side by side racing here with Nando just in the periphery, trying to get involved in this battle. He's getting a toe off the captain, and Racing Sim might lose out, but he doesn't, because Nando, I think, gets on those brakes and thinks, no, you guys take each other out, that's fine. Oh, and Keyboard Captain El Capitino has been punished for being a very naughty boy, and Racing Sim is looking to pick up that place, but he's got Nando behind him. And Big Dan saying probably one of the best cars to race in GT7, the Roadsters, seems over gripped on the Racing Soft tyres. More fun on the mediums. Yeah, these are on Super Sports Soft, my friend. Are you meaning Sports Soft, or are you meaning Racing Soft? Gets confusing between compounds. But yeah, these guys are on the Sports Soft. Keyboard Captain then in the lead, but he's got that half a second penalty. Racing Sim looking to line him up with Nando Loris. We saw how fast and what he can do in that first race, as we've seen in many races in this championship. And Nando Loris then looking to line them up. Johnny in 4th with Ghost Pepper in 5th. And Ghost Pepper lining up Johnny, it seems. So we on board. It's not the best camera angle, this one. Oh, and that was beautiful by Ghost Pepper there. Absolutely clinical from Ghost Pepper. Clean and sweet as a nut. Johnny then coming back on the attack against the Pepper. And up ahead we've got this racing is absolutely seat of the pants stuff, with Racing Sim just in the lead of the captain El Capitino, and Nando Loris is knocking on the door. Ghost Pepper and Johnny battling it out. Footy not having as good a race as he had in the first race, fighting it out with the Taff and Ginger. And Footy picking up a bit of a penalty there as well. And the Hops there also penalised. Here we go, the top 3 bumper to bumper as they make their way around. 8.5 minutes in this 25-minute race, and none of these are giving up whatsoever. Not giving an inch, not giving a quarter, not giving anything. I couldn't think of another measurement. So Racing Sim, 3 wide going into the chicane is craziness. And Racing Sim then he's in the lead. Keyboard captain El Capitino will not give any up there, and Nando Giant get himself involved in what is one of the most epic races we've seen on this channel for a long while. But I haven't streamed all week, so... And Nando then going for the move against Capitano, and it hasn't worked. It has not worked. El Capitino still there in 2nd, but this bickering between Nando and the captain is giving Racing Sim what he needs: a break to go on the break. Nando then does get that 2nd place in the final corner, but it feels like El Capitino is lining him up here for this corner. Is he? Nando nearly sideways. Capitino off the road. Did he stay on the curb? Did he stay on the curb as he picked up a penalty? It seems like he managed to keep a wheel on the curb, and he is all over the back of Nando Loris like the Black Plague. Ghost Pepper in 4th place, closing in. Ensign saying, yes, the racing tyres are too grippy for these. And Ensign saying, nice to see the sports tyres in action. I like to see the sports tyres out. So Racing Sim then making a break for the lead of the race for the win, and he deserves it, doesn't he? After the nightmare he had, although we're coming up to that nightmare period. It was around about 40 minutes everything went wrong for Racing Sim in race 1. So let's not get too excited with his lead. Let's get past that 15-minute mark and onwards. Good soldier till the end of the race. Nando, though, is going to do anything he can to put the pressure on the Sim. And Ghost Pepper there is perturbed, I tell you, that he's lost that 2nd place to the Nando, and he's giving it some big welly behind in 3rd place to try and get that 2nd place back. Oh no, it's Keyboard Captain that lost out. Hang on a minute, Ghost Pepper's got himself up to 3rd, sorry. It's the captain, El Capitino, and he's picked up a penalty because he's a very naughty boy. Johnny then, he'll be looking to get closer to El Capitino as Footy in 6th place, still trying to avoid Ginger. Ginger off wide there. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a bit of a penalty up here above. Maybe, there we go. Consistency, ladies and gentlemen. That's at least they're consistent with their penalties. And Taff there in 8th place, and Hoppers in 9th. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's the El Capitino, who is slinging roadsters, ladies and gentlemen. He's just slinging his car at the scenery and trying to get himself back implemented into the podium slots, as Ghost Pepper has gone fastest than anyone has ever gone before in this race. Nando, he usually likes to do that, and Racing Sim at the moment, 12 minutes. We're still not past that moment of worry. Things could still go wrong here, so let's not get too excited. And if anyone's watching live 10 minutes before qualifying, I apologise. It looks like we are going to run into each other. Better turn me off and go to F1. So, unless the show starts at 1 and then you've got another hour, who wants to listen to all of them bleat on about their opinions of F1? They only ever talk about Lando Norris anyway. I've never seen footage or coverage so biased. Even since the Hamilton days. I mean, they used to talk about Hamilton a lot, but they did used to talk about other people, but now it is just Lando. Oh, is Lando going to have a good race? Lando. What if George Russell got second last race? Oh no, Racing Sim just lost the Roadster and got himself hit with a penalty that would make Bonnie Blue ashamed. Unbelievable stuff. And she feels no shame, ladies and gents. Nando Loris. I'm going to stop promoting Bonnie Blue. I'm going to cancel my subscription. Lando Norris set to take the lead here against the Sim. And Ghost Pepper as well could well jump the Sim here. This is terrible stuff. And Racing Sim, it's that 14-minute mark again has stitched him up. Oh, I feel so. I was only joking about the whole 14 minutes or whatever. My lord, I'm so sorry, Racing Sim. It's terrible. So Nando takes the lead of the race with Ghost Pepper in second and Racing Sim in third. El Capitino slipped behind a bit, but we did see he picked himself up. Oh, quali starts at 2. You guys are fine then. Stick with me. I'll see you right. We've got our own Nando Loris we'll talk about all the time anyway. So, Nando Loris. But yeah, all I'm saying is George Russell got second place. He was sick. I'm not a big George Russell fan. He's like the classroom Stitch. When you used to be at school, it's like, oh, Thingamajig's using the wrong pen, miss. Oh, Thingamajig, that's the second time he's been to the toilet today, miss. Miss, Thingamajig's talking at the back of the class. So yeah, George Russell, he's a little snitch. No one likes that. But the boy got second place in a car that probably wasn't all that good. Definitely not as good as a McLaren. And I don't know, they just didn't make that big of a deal about it. It just went on about Piastri crashing and Nando finishing in 7th. And it's just like, no one cares. Well, obviously they do. A lot of people do, because there's a lot of Lando Norris fans. And I would count myself as a Lando Norris fan, but I just want good racing. I just want good championship racing. And I hate it when one team dominates, because then they start fanny-arsing around telling drivers to swap places. And I'm not on board for that. That's not racing to me. That's manipulating the situation. So I, ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, as a purebred Englishman, well, no, not pure because I've got Irish in me, but as a United Kingdom resident, and Nando's made a mistake and Ghost Pepper's coming in here. Sorry, I know we're talking about a race. I'm going on a rant about F1. Don't start me off then. Don't trigger me. Ghost Pepper giving Nando something to think about here. Nando making a small mistake and Ghost Pepper is in it to win it, and Ghost Pepper around the outside is an impossible move, and Ghost Pepper pulls it off beautifully stuff done by Ghost Pepper there, and he is the doctor, ladies and gentlemen. Give him a sponsorship, Pepper. One of the Peppers. He's Red Hot Chili Pepper is Ghost Pepper at the moment. And Nando, though, there is still time. El Capitino still in the action here in third place. Racing Sim dropping hard after his 14-minute mark. He's been cursed by gypsies. And that's not me being, oh, no, you can't call them that anymore. They're travelling people. I'm not talking about real people. I'm talking about, like, gypsies of the olden days where they, like, put curses on people. The mythological gypsy, not the person who lives in a white transit van and comes around and does your drive. No. Or cuts your trees down. That's not who I'm talking about. Gypsies as in, like, dragons, gypsies. My God, where are we going to end up in this planet? Cher did a really cool song with Gypsies and Thieves. Does that mean we're not allowed to listen to that anymore because it's not politically correct anymore? Like, you can't call, what was it, Eskimos? They're Inuits or something. It's like, what's wrong with Eskimo? What was bad with that? I don't understand. It's a world gone mad, ladies and gentlemen. Nando then is in the lead. Ghost Pepper, it was short-lived. And Keyboard Captain has been a naughty boy, which might help Racing Sim here, and that's poetical justice. And Ensign Ewan saying Russell generally seems to go under the radar, does nothing, P2. I know, it's strange, isn't it? And so Racing Sim then is in a 4th spot at the moment, and Keyboard Captain has picked up a penalty as well, so he's that was the penalty I was talking about, which might put Racing Sim back in the action. 5th place then for Johnny, Footy in 6th. It's all quiet down at the rear derriere of the pack, it seems. They're spaced out nicely. I think these guys are just dealing with all of the penalties as Nando tries to keep... Oh, and Ghost Pepper's picked up a big one as well. And Keyboard Captain has paid his and has stayed ahead of the Racing Sim. But that's huge for Ghost Pepper there as we're coming into the final throes of the race. Ensign, you were saying Dragon Gypsies sound like a new Netflix series. You need to trademark that brand thingy. Dragon Gypsies. It's like Game of Thrones, but they all talk Irish. No, Gypsies are Romanian, aren't they? The best Gypsies are Romanian. The Irish ones are just crooks. Sorry, guys, I'm just playing with you. So, Nando, the Romanian ones put curses on you. It's like mythology. Whereas the Irish ones just sort of trim trees and pave drives. To a highest quality, I would say. And a lot cheaper than some of the legitimate companies. Nando then, out there in the lead with Ghost Pepper in 2nd. Oh, 1.5 second penalty now for the Pepper. The Pepper really is, he's doubling down. He's doubling down on those penalties, ladies and gents. He's not messing. And this one is going to put, surely, El Capitino up and into 2nd place. It does. El Capitino up into 2nd. Ghost Pepper in 3rd. And Racing Sim 4th. Can Racing Sim close in on the Pepper? Johnny in 5th, doing his fastest lap of the race so far, with Footy setting chase. Footy having a very quiet 2nd race in this one after his podium from that 1st race. Taff with a penalty. Ginger close enough to gain on that penalty. So the Taff could be under threat from Ginger here. We'll stick it out. I don't know. The penalties are a while away. And these cars absolutely slide-tastic. I missed something about... Ensign saying, my drift detector just exploded. Great slide and catch there from Captain. Yeah, that was from earlier on. Sorry, I missed that one. Sorry, Big Dan. So, Taff then. He's carrying that penalty. Ginger is in his periphery. I don't know if he's going to be close enough that. He's going to put him right on his rear derriere, I am sure. But it might be just too far to get the overtake done here as we come up to the penalty zone. No, still not yet. We'll try and come back and catch that, because there was something going on here. What's going on here? Oh, it's just, oh yeah, it's the lead. It's the lead again. No, it's not. It's for 2nd place, El Capitino and Ghost Pepper going toe-to-toe, ladies and gentlemen. Man on man for Ghost Pepper and Keyboard Captain. And Racing Sim in that 4th place, trying to close in on the podium battle. So what happened with the Ginger? Ginger's picked up a penalty, and I think Taff's paid his penalty. So they've swapped penalties. Great stuff. And Nando out there in the lead. No one is standing up against the Nando today. Nando absolutely flying. 2 wins, it's looking like, for Nando Loris at the moment. Ghost Pepper trying to go on the attack from El Capitino, who got pole in the 1st race and then had not a great race after that. So this will make up some of the pain from the 1st race, possibly. And Racing Sim as well, he's feeling a bit of pain from the first race. He'd like to get a podium. But Ghost Pepper has driven impeccably betwixt the 2 rounds and has done a very, very fine job holding on. El Capitino and Flando obviously is just a cut above, ladies and gentlemen. And we're at 22.5 minutes. So a good couple of laps left here for Lando to hone his skills. He's not got the fastest lap in this race, so he'll probably be pushing for that, possibly. El Capitino in second place, going faster than he's gone before, trying to avoid the Ghost Pepper, who was the fastest man on track so far. And still is, really. Ghost Pepper still holding on to that fastest lap time. Racing Sim's been a naughty boy, but he's got a good distance between himself and the Johnny, who is quite far ahead of Footy. And yeah, the rest of the pack seem to be a bit spaced out. Taff and Ginger have been threatening to have a race. They've been flirting with the idea of having a race for a while now. We keep coming back, but still nothing on there, ladies and gentlemen. Still the flirtation period. Still complimenting each other's shoes. And Hopper's in 9th, clinging on for dear life. Bless him. Nando then, another win. What can you say? He's just a cut above, isn't he? And Nando, I think, like Big Dan, has really taken to these little MX-5s. He's got the butt. He's got the muscles in his butt ski to feel the car below him. And Nando then going on to start his final lap. Keyboard Captain looks set for second here. It's all safe and sound, with Ghost Pepper hunting him down, hoping there's mistakes made, and Racing Sim also hoping another round of penalties being dished out. Johnny in 5th ahead of Footy, and they're nicely spaced as Taff and Ginger still flirting with the idea of racing, but not quite racing each other just yet. And the Hops there in 9th. And why not have a penalty on the final lap? What the hell? So Nando, his final lap here at Watkins Glen, ahead of the pack. A second win. Is he going for purples in this final run? Oh, look at all the debris all over the track. Carnage, ladies and gentlemen, carnage in the MX-5s here at Watkins Glen, not Road Atlanta, like I originally said. So no, Lando isn't going for that fastest lap. He's just bringing this one home. He knows these cars are very tentative. And here we go then, ladies and gentlemen, for the second time in this round. Nando Loris takes the win. Great stuff. Ghost Pepper in second place. Great points for Ghost Pepper. Fantastic drive. And Racing Sim. I'm not going back, sod it. Keyboard Captain must have had a penalty or something, or an off. Johnny then in 5th. Footy in 6th place. Sorry, that was anticlimactic between the Racing Sim and Keyboard Captain. I apologise. Footy gets 6th with Ginger and Taff. Did they start racing at the end, Sodom? And they did, didn't they? Buggers. Ginger then finishing in 7th, and Taff having a penalty. So, but stays ahead of the Hops. Well done to Nando. Another great race. Ensign, you were saying, oh, that debris looks like something from an episode of Robot Wars. It did, didn't it, in the car? Just cones everywhere. So, Nando then, another win, another great drive. Fantastic stuff. Ghost Pepper in 2nd with Racing Sim in 3rd. Oh, Racing Sim finally getting that podium. Oh, but that means that El Capitino didn't get it. But, you know, 25 on that last lap. I reckon he had an off. Yeah, I think El Capitino had an off on the last lap, which is a shame for him, but great news for Racing Sim, giving him a podium. Captain El Capitino off in 4th. Johnny comes home in 5th. Footy grabs 6th. Ginger in 7th with the Taff in 8th. And Hoppers coming home in 9th. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've got to say the Academy have served us up another hot steaming bowl of great racing in the Roadsters. So a huge thank you to the Academy and Ultimate Racing League for now. But it seems like the Academy are moving on. And I've got a bunch of streams coming your way. I'll probably do it after the qualifying, though. We'll see. We've got the Virtual Racers Club coming up with their Porsches. We've got the GTOs with their Sunday Evening Manufacturers Cup. We've got... what else have we got? Oh, the Lancia Deltas and even more Academy and VRC, and that's it. But we've got a lot of it coming your way. So there is a way you can be informed by everything that I stream. I'm going to let you Google that and work it out yourself, because you're grown-ups and you don't need me to tell you what you should do. Ensign Hewitt saying, great races, great cars, great track, great racing, exemplary commentary. Hey, thank you very much. It's very kind of you to say. It has been a pure pleasure so far this season, and I am looking forward to the final 2 rounds. This is going to go off. Can Ghost Pepper Racing Sim and El Capitino cap Nando's wings? Or is Nando Loris just going for all the wins for the rest of the season? There is only one place you can find that out. That is here at Thingamajigs Racing Channel. Don't miss a minute. Don't miss a minute of Majig. Tiru, peace and love. Peace.